Okay, update time. I've been quiet, but not because things are bad. I've just been actually doing pretty well and working hard and just forgetting to capture it all. I did switch gyms so that now I can record my workouts, so that should be some additional content going up soon. Hooray! I just have to remember to record them. But no, things are good. I've decided that what I've been doing is working. Lo and behold. I've actually been following a sort of train 1 week, deload the next week, regardless of how it happens approach. And that's been going really well. It seems like I still can't really manage 2 progressive weeks of training in a row, but what I can do is manage a progressive week and then a deload week, and then I can jump right back in. So monitoring things like my HRV now with 2 different devices, starting to introduce more cardio. Strength is going really well. And I'm excited because when I started planning out this project, I had everything broken out into phases. And phase 1 was just getting back into an exercise routine. And I think I accomplished that about a month or 2 ago. And to celebrate phase 2, entering into phase 2, which was training to be able to run a mile without stopping and to just continue to gain strength. I think I have the running a mile without stopping down. Thank God. That was really tough for a while. I was having a lot of shortness of breath, and then I got a respiratory illness. So that was really difficult, but finally it's very slow, but I can actually run a mile without stopping. So I feel really good about that. But the strange thing is, and I guess it's not strange, but I think phase 4 or 5, which is one of the final phases, I set this goal that I thought was safe, but aggressive enough, of a 500-pound powerlifting total, which puts me in like June, July, August timeframe, having that 500-pound total. And incredibly, I'm already there and I've already surpassed it. So I've actually changed gears. I have to go in and edit what I've written down for myself, but I'm backing off. I don't have to train strength as hard. I just want to maintain. I don't necessarily want to build my powerlifting total up past where it is now, unless it's happening naturally, right? I just don't want to put too much energy into it. What I need to be doing is training endurance and working on my aerobic base and my durability and my hips and things like that. Obviously, strength is complementary, but there's no need for me to be deadlifting above 300 pounds by October. But obviously, I need to be able to hike and or run 50 to 60 miles. So clearly, I need to be working on my endurance work. But yeah, I've already obtained like phase 5 strength target. So really surprised by that, genuinely startled, but encouraged. And I'm also glad because it shows that what I've learned the past 10 years of training with chronic illness, Ehlers-Danlos, hypermobile, post-exertional malaise, even if I didn't know I had it, when I apply the principles that I've learned, it works really damn well if I stick to it and I don't get overexcited and I don't overextend myself or overreach. And I've been working very hard to not do that. And it's been working really well. Now, obviously, I'm starting with a huge background of strength. So even though I took a year off, when I took that year off, I was benching 150 pounds and deadlifting over 300. So even with a year off, I'm pretty far ahead as far as having so much muscle mass already built. I lost a lot, but I still had a lot. For someone who's brand new to this kind of progression, I don't think is realistic. But for someone with a background in strength sport or even just in strength at all, I feel like I would be very comfortable programming a similar progression for them. So again, that feels good. It feels like I'm smart, which you sometimes doubt. And yeah, just looking forward to the weather improving and getting out on the trails and starting to do a lot more BT1 work, a lot more Zone 2 work. I really need to get back to sitting on the bike, but for some reason the bike has always caused more crashes for me, and I don't know if it's the position or if I just hate it. I'm not really sure. I struggle with riding bikes for long periods, so I do need to start doing more easy efforts. I just don't know how to accomplish them currently. I am still dealing with crashes. They're minor, usually like a day or two, but I still am experiencing massive fatigue. End of the day, I'll be super lightheaded. I won't be able to think clearly. I'm forced to very closely monitor my blood sugar and things like that, stay fueled 24/7. So I'm still just generally struggling with the endurance side of just figuring out the best way to progress. But I'm also realizing that in the past, I would just go for walks. I would just go outside. I would just go hike. And if I could run a little bit, I would. And I'm realizing that that would solve all of the struggles that I'm having with figuring out the best way to train endurance, is just getting out there and doing the thing, which again feels super obvious, but sometimes you think that you preferred something because it was, I don't know, more mentally stimulating. You discredit your own strong preference for something by assuming that it was because you're lazy otherwise, or because you, I don't know, just don't work hard enough on things. At least for me, the baseline assumption is that I'm choosing something because it must be more fun rather than more effective. And just realizing that time after time, I keep running into this wall of struggling to find a method of accumulating aerobic volume that doesn't make me flare up and doesn't make me dizzy. And kind of time again, I'm faced with the idea that walking and hiking really does seem to be the best choice for me. Okay, I'm gonna embrace that. So this season, it's March 4th today. So just moving into this next phase of strength maintenance, there's really no reason to keep pushing. And yeah, I'm really just starting to push the aerobic side of things, because that is the engine that needs to be big. So hopefully I can start filming my workouts more regularly for you guys. And the hopefully part is not whether or not I can film, but it's whether or not I remember to. And I'll start putting up more posts about what I'm doing, what I did to get to this point, so on and so forth. And a little bit more detail for those of you who are actually interested. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in. Things are going well. I'm alive. And looking forward to getting out into the trails again. This winter was weird with no snow. So just happy that it's now nice enough to get outside and scamper.